Please welcome from Ginormo, Ken Mock, Jeannie Weenie, and Stephen He.
Good evening. So the entertainment world is undergoing a revolution that's been started by YouTube. You see, Hollywood used to be an exclusive world, a place where only a select group of people could write, star, and direct TV shows and films. But that's all changed.
YouTube is democratizing the world of entertainment, and nowadays anyone with a smartphone can film and make their own content, and they don't have to ask permission from a studio or a distributor to do so.
And that's what's making the networks and streamers quake in their boots, because they're not competing against each other anymore. They're competing against millions of YouTubers who are creating their own channels and networks.
That's why our new TV series, Ginormo, which is premiering next Friday on YouTube, is on YouTube. We didn't have to ask permission from a network or streamer to make a crazy sci-fi comedy with a primarily Asian cast. And we didn't have to take notes on our scripts.
We didn't have to make a network or studio comfortable with their vision of us as Asians. On YouTube, we can authentically be who we are and say what we want to say.
And most importantly, we own our IP.
YouTube gives everyone a chance to be their own star, to be who they want to be, and speak in their own authentic voice. YouTube is freedom.
Neal Mohan built a career in evolving businesses that are part of the daily lives of billions of people.
So not only was he critical in the integration of DoubleClick into Google and played a pivotal role in some of YouTube's biggest products, he's also been working to address the spread of misinformation through new policies and media literacy campaigns as Chief Product Officer.
Let's take a look at this year's A1 for Business and Technology, Neal Mohan.
It all starts with having the opportunity to share your voice, find an audience, and build a community around your passion.
So please welcome this year's A1, the most impactful Asian for business and technology, Neal Mohan.
Awesome. Well, thank you. First of all, thank you so much to Stephen, to Ken, and to Jeannie. I am so excited about the premiere of Ginormo on YouTube just in a few days. You and all of the amazing creators that have been involved in that project are such an incredible example of our community coming together to push for these wonderful, wonderful creative stories over and over. And you know, that's why I love my job so much, because just like you said, YouTube gives people a way to authentically tell their stories every single day. This audience here is full of YouTubers, and it's just such a privilege to see their amazing work on our platform on a regular basis. And to the entire team at Gold House, I want to thank you so much for this honor. It really means a lot. You know, if you had told me when I was a kid growing up in the Midwest that I would find myself in a room like this, full of so many inspirational leaders and cultural icons, I couldn't have imagined it. I certainly didn't think I'd be winning the Gold House A1 award tonight. So thank you so much for that. I'm truly, truly humbled. You know, standing in front of you tonight, I still remember how I felt when I was growing up. And I know it's a feeling that I'm sure many of you in this room can relate to. It felt a little bit like an outsider. As a kid in Ann Arbor, Michigan, there weren't many, all right, got some Michigan folks in the audience. There weren't many students like me in my class that looked like me. And let's just say we never got a day off for a Diwali ever that I can remember when I was a kid. And then when I was a teenager, my parents moved our family to India. And high school in India was certainly no homecoming for me either. Now I was that American kid with that funny accent who could barely speak any Hindi. And it's in moments like these as an outsider that I always found myself turning to the thing that felt truly universal to me, and that was storytelling. From movies, to music, to sports, to books and magazines, even when I couldn't understand the language. And today, all these years later, people are telling their stories on YouTube every day, building connections and building community across time zones, across cultures, and across generations. My job is truly a privilege because it gives me an opportunity to advocate for these creators around the world all the time, many of whom felt like outsiders before they started their YouTube channels. And of course, I'm not standing here on my own. In addition to all of those amazing YouTube creators, there are so many people I'd like to thank, starting, of course, with my amazing teammates at YouTube who work every single day to make sure everyone has an opportunity to share their voice. And most of all, I'd like to thank my family, my mom and dad, of course, and my wife, Nima, who's here tonight. So big round of applause to Nima. Simply put, I wouldn't be here without them. I'd like to dedicate this award tonight to the next generation of leaders and storytellers from our community, to those kids that might feel like they don't fit in, but who someday, years from now, will come to this Gold Gala and be recognized for their achievements. I know our success will inspire their success, and just as we show them how much they truly belong. So with that, thank you, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you so much.